All right, guys, here, let's do it. It's that time now. All right, Algebra 2 is all done with. And now we set our sights on 5 weeks from today. I've mentioned all this before, but just a refresher so I don't have to go over it again every day. It's on Thursday, January 24th at 12:30, probably in one of the band rooms near the front of the school in the F wing. That's where we were last January anyway, so I assume they'll put us in the same spot. You will be with all the other kids who are taking the Algebra 2, which is basically my 2 classes. Mrs. Lynch has a class, and Mrs. Wise has a class. So we'll be with us, and that's it. You guys are the only ones taking it. So last day of class for us together, the last time we'll meet is Friday the 18th. And again, you guys know my feeling on that, how I'm worried. But I will have review sessions galore for you guys to come in and ask questions. And just so you know, my review sessions, I don't stand up and do a big song and dance. It's you guys come in and ask me questions or come in and do questions. All right, I'm not going to cover anything. All right, you come in with your questions. All right. And just a reminder again, we laughed about it when I first introduced it, but 26, 86 points total, need 26 to pass. Okay, it's easier said than done, trust me. I just want you to focus on one thing. There's 86 points. Multiple choice, there's 24 of them. So that multiple choice section is worth 48 out of that 86 points. I'm trying to get to you. If you can get 13 out of 24, you're good to go so far. Parts 2, 3, and 4 are just icing on the cake. So can you get 13 out of 24, or 13 or more, I should say, out of 24? All right, because that's where it's going to be. Because a rough multiple choice sets you in a bad spot for parts 2, 3, and 4. All right, so that's what we're going to be harping on, is that multiple choice section. Eliminate answers, store stuff into your calculator, everything we've been talking about so far. Can I answer any questions from you guys about this test? Somebody asked me in 5th period, what if I fail it? There are no consequences. It counts as a midterm grade. You guys have 5 grades overall, quarter 1, 2, midterm 3, and 4. There's no final. So that'll be 1 failing grade out of 5, I guess. All right, depending on what you did quarters 1 and 2. All right, questions about anything? And I'll repeat the same thing I said to you guys that first day when I really got after you, even though I never knew anybody. I'll do whatever I can to help you pass. I just warn you that if you're just going to come in here and do math for 30 minutes and that's the only review you're getting, I worry about that. I don't know if you're going to pass or not. You got to do something outside of class, on your own or in a review session. Got to do something outside of class. Okay? Because it's possible. I told you, I had 1 fail last year. So it is possible that you cannot get to the 26 points. All right? Questions about anything? Anybody want to say anything? Or I am not going to grill you today and tomorrow. I have very little questions. We're gonna finish this exam. We got very little left over 2 days, but when you guys get back that Wednesday, it's on. Okay, it is get mentally prepared. All right, because my expectations go through the roof. I have a short fuse. All right, especially kids not using calculators, doesn't have them on the cell phones. All right, very, very short fuse for that when we get back, or today and tomorrow for that matter. Ready to go? Got a couple of questions for you today. All right, hey, and it is okay if you have no idea what's going on in the question. It is okay. It is not okay to keep your questions to yourself, though. Okay? Who cares what somebody else thinks about your question? I'll throw them in the roaster. All right? Okay, you ask whatever you got to ask. Don't be ashamed to ask anything. We are going to start with that graphing question on multiple choice, 16. Okay, 16. And yes, if you do miss a day of review, your name goes up there on the backboard underneath our period, and you got to show me the problems we went over, okay? All right, which graph is the same as x equals 3 to the y? Unfortunately, These things are great, right? But they only have a y equals button. They don't have an x equals, do they? That's a shame. How could you get it y equals? Let's talk. How can I transform this equation to y equals so I can graph it? All right. Where is the y located? Ooh, so if I need to bring it down, it's going to be a log problem. All right. If I need to bring that exponent down, it's going to be a log problem. So I want to bring it down to the front, but the only way you're allowed to do that is if you take the log of what is already there. So the log of 3. It's unbalanced. Why is this one unbalanced? What do I still have to do on the left side? Also take the log of the left side. So log x. Again, you want to get that exponent down? Go ahead. Okay. Turn it over to you guys. How can I get this by itself now? How can I get rid of the log 3? Anybody? You guys are right. Be confident. Divide both sides by log 3. And this is what I can put in my graphing calculator now. Y equals log of x over log of 3. Either as a fraction template, or if you don't have a fraction template, put it in parentheses. Put the numerator and denominator in parentheses for me. If you are getting an error on your calculator, please let me know. I know why. Log button right to the left of the 7. Not going to fly anymore. Anybody getting an error? Errors? Getting an error? Okay, go to your mode button. And you're probably in A plus BI form for a problem we did earlier. Yes? Make sure you're in real. Same thing. 384 divided by x? No, I know. You want to graph it, though. That's what we're trying to find. So you want to go to y equals and put that in. Kylie, you good over there? Everyone all right? Pretty easy now, right? Which graph is it? Graph 2. Be honest with me. Do you want to see another way to do it other than involving logs? Yes? Okay, no problem. A lot of you might prefer this way and probably would have said, why didn't you just show me that at the beginning? Okay, here's what I started out with. Make your own XY table. Except now, you probably don't want to start plugging in numbers for X. You want to plug it in for Y now. All right, so start with 0. Ready? If Y equals 0, what's the value of X? Oh, boy. 1. Ready? Y is 1. What's the value of X? Okay, let's do one more. 2. 9. Look on your graph right now. What graph has 1, 0, 3, 1, and 9, 2 as their, do you see how that's the only one? How it's got 1, 0, 3, 1, and 9, 2. The only other graph that has 1, 0 on it is 4. But it certainly doesn't have 3, 1, and 9, 2 on it. Everyone agree? So that's the other way. Start plugging in your own numbers. Everyone all right? Feel okay? Okay. Again, I'm not going to harp on these. I want to get through them so you guys can have the rest of the time to yourselves. 17. Sorry, next one. 17. We're going 17, 18. Can you guys figure out by the key which one is the New York State graph? We can figure that out. It's the dot one, not the star one. That's the New York State graph. All right. So we're calling that graph right here g of x. That's what it's saying. Call it that New York State graph right here is g of x. What can we do to g of x to get to the national one, which is right below it? Somebody describe to me what's happening to the New York State graph to get to the national one. What am I doing? What am I doing to the New York State graph, the top one, to get to the bottom one, the national one? Moving it where? Down, down. I don't care how many units. I'm just moving it down. Which one of these choices says you're moving it down? Not to the right, not to the left, not up. Which one of those choices says you're moving it down? And I'm sure there's going to be a debate between 3 and 4. Anybody confident on one? Without moving it down. Jason, 4. 4, I'm moving it down. What does 3 say? I want to go over all these. What's 3 say? If it's inside, it goes left and right. If it's inside the parentheses, it goes left and right, but this is minus, so it would go to the, be careful, right. Yep, this is going to the right. What's 2 going? Up, and 1's going left. There you go. There you go. Nice, guys. Nice. Questions before I move on? 18, Venn diagram. Yes. And I know some of you are going to start getting chills, sweats, because you're going to see the word probability in the question. Hey, you know what? I don't care. I do not care what happened to you that unit. I don't care. There's one thing we got to know about probability, though, going in 5 weeks. And that, darn it, that's this word right here. We got to remember how to find a given probability. I don't care what happened to you. I don't care your grades on the probability test or quiz, but you got to know how to find a given probability. In particular, this one is probability. You're a sophomore. Anybody remember this notation for given? Vertical line. So the probability you're a sophomore given you are in Algebra 2. So that's what I'm asking for. You're already in Algebra 2. What's the probability you're a sophomore now? Anybody remember the formula for it? It's a fraction. Anybody remember what went on top? Yep, so in our case, what? Sophomore and Algebra 2. Anybody remember what on the bottom? Whatever was given, and what was given in this case? Algebra 2, all right. So now all I have to do is plug in numbers. Can you guys find the number on top for me? Sophomore and Algebra 2, looking at your Venn diagram. Sophomore and Algebra 2. 85, and it doesn't help me out as the multiple choices go, huh? Sorry. Now, using the Venn diagram, can we find out how many take Algebra 2? Take Algebra 2. See, this is where it gets crazy. So I got a 210 and I got a 295. Yeah, hey. These are all, everyone who takes Algebra 2 only takes Algebra 2 and a sophomore. Got to count both. All right, got to count both. So that's 210 plus 85. These are separate people here. This is only Algebra 2. This is Algebra 2 and they're a sophomore. So total people taking Algebra 2, 295. A little tricky, right? Anything from you guys there? And I believe we're going to the last 2 multiple choices. Nope, sorry, 19, I lied. 19, next one. Ooh, a little LN, huh? short for? Anybody remember ln? Natural log. Thanks, Rachel. When are they equal? So I'm looking for 2 ln of x minus 1. When's it equal to ln of x plus 6? I would say I'm pretty honest with you guys throughout the year. I think we can agree on that. No idea how to solve this. No idea. No idea. Absolutely no idea how to solve that right there. But it is multiple choice. I said to myself, yeah, plug them in, see what we got. No idea how to solve it, but I know how to plug a jug. Yeah. Now, you may not get the exact number on both sides, but you're going to be pretty darn close with those numbers. Good old store key. Store all the solutions in for x. Plug them into both, see which comes the closest. And if none of them come even close, then we got to go with 4. But how are we doing? Find one or no solution? Found one? 5.62 comes pretty darn close. I have no idea. Drives me nuts, but I'll figure it out sooner or later, but don't need to at this point. All right. All good? All right. Look at that calculator, getting us some points, getting us closer to 26. And the final multiple choice, 24. We didn't do 23. I know, that's for tomorrow. I have to brush up on my focus directrix one for tomorrow. Yeah, if I don't teach it, I need to brush up on it myself because I don't do it at all. All right, so we'll do that one tomorrow because I need to brush up on my directrix focus parabola stuff. So, but I do know probability, 24. Person uses the drive-through D. Customer orders French fries F. Those are independent. And then I get the following data. What's this the symbol for again? And, yep, so F and D is 0.456. What are they asking me to find? What's this symbol again? We just did a problem with it. Given. So you guys are like probably hyped. You're like, yeah, last one. This is supposed to be the hardest. I know this formula. What do I put on top? FND, right? You're like, yep. And what do you put on the bottom? D. All right. What is FND? What's that value? 0.456. You're like, yep, yep. And we're done. A screeching halt. Because you do not have D. And I don't have a formula for you to find D. We're not going to be plugging anything into that bad boy. I don't know the value. There's no formula I can give you either that finds that value. All right? So what is going on? What do you know about F and D other than what they mean? What do you know about F and what do you know about D other than they're one's for fast food, one's for drive-through? Thank you, Mary. One more time for everybody. They are independent. And I know you guys probably don't remember this at all, but if two events are independent, does anybody remember what this was going to be equal to if they're independent? The given one, this given A given B, or in this case, F given D, is the same thing as if the given never occurred. So if the given never occurred, what's that? The probability of if independent. What's your problem? You're always back there whining. What? Go ahead, Don. Let it all loose. Go ahead. Let it out. How easy is this problem now? So what's the probability of F? 0.8. Yep. And I should mention as well, so you don't get freaked out back there, that this is so much. I am not going to bombard you with paperwork before break, but when we come back, you're going to get a nice Algebra 2 fact sheet from me. All right, that's got a year and a half condensed in the 4 pages. Okay, and you're also going to get from me what I make up myself, which is formulas not on the reference sheet that you should be aware of. Okay, so you don't have to keep writing everything down on a separate page or whatever. Yeah, sum and product, all that's, yep, log rules, yeah, wow. You've done this for a year and a half, there's a lot. Discriminant, little theta equals S over R, our boy. Yeah, there's a lot. Whew. Powers of I. There's that focus. 5 weeks, guys, and then some blanks, because there's, obviously we got to write down some more, right? So. But hey, worry about that when we get back from break. Relax. We got one more problem to do today. 33. 35, sorry. Numbers aren't my strong suit. 35. Determine to the nearest tenth. How long is it going to take an investment to double at 3 3/4% interest compounded continuously? I know most of us are like, I'm sorry, Mary. I'm out. Right? I'm out. You're right. You should be out because I don't think you remember this from last year or not. One thing you could do for me, though, before we even started, you know you can't plug a percent into a problem. It always has to be rewritten as a decimal. So could you guys get 3 3/4% written as a decimal? And as a decimal, I don't mean 3.75. That's still a percent. All right, that's still a percent, 3.75. So could you get me the number we'll plug in a minute? Because it's not going to be 3.75. Instead, point. What are you doing to this number, guys, to find the decimal? Just divide by 100, and you end up. So when the time is right, we will plug in 0.0375 when the time is right. Keep it there. All right. Just go outside, JT. If it's really that important, go outside and do it, because I'm getting tired of it, especially during this time now. Okay? Ready for the formula you're going to need. This is the only formula. The formula we'll need is because it's compounded continuously. Anybody remember PERT last year? Who? PERT? You don't remember PERT? No, it's not somebody. You don't remember PERT? No? Don't remember PERT? Don't remember PERT at all, huh? Okay. Kind of PERT. P? Person? Principal. That's the principal. Not Mr. Domel, but I get it. Thanks. Yeah. That's the amount we start with. E? It's just the button on your calculator. Nothing gets plugged in for that. That's the button on your calculator. It's like pi. It's a number. All right? Nothing gets plugged in. Give me R at least. Rate. And for feeling really saucy, T. Time. Okay. So we at least know what's going to go in for R. What variable up here are we going to solve for then? Determine to the nearest tenth of a year. Which variable are we going to leave? T. Okay, so I need to plug in for A, P, E is going to stay E, and R. Ready? So at least keep E to the 0.0375 T. What about A and P now, because there's no other numbers up there? What are you trying to do to your investment? Double it. Okay, give me two numbers then. Well, you're supposed to double it, right? Give me any two numbers then. 4 and 2? 100 and 200? You guys are really investing your money, huh? 2 and 4? Yep. Do you want to start with 2 and 4 then? Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you start out with $2, and you're going to double it to make how long before you make $4? Okay? You got it. Did we learn anything from today? Where's the variable? In the exponent, so eventually what's going to come out? Logs, all right? Not yet, though, because I need to get this by itself. The base and the exponent by itself, so get rid of the 2 for me. Divide both sides by 2. Yep, divide both sides by 2. It didn't matter if it was 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000. That number was going to be 2 anyway. E to the 0.0375 T. Hey, I need it down in front. I need it brought down. The whole thing brought down. Because it's attached. These two are attached. Need the whole thing brought down. How? If I want 0.0375 T brought down to the front, what's going to happen? Log the E. And it's unbalanced. Log the 2. Okay, thoughts? I got to get T by itself, so I got to move these 2 out. What was the celebration about back there? You don't want it? I can't get in on that? No, nice job. We're logging, all right. Get the T by itself. What do you want to move first? Okay, 0.375. Could I also move log E first? And if you're feeling real crazy, you could do both at the same time. Not going to do that, but you could if you wanted to. All right. So what do you want to move first? I heard 0.0375 first. Fine. So that leaves me with T log E on the right. On the left, I have no idea. Got to grab a calc to do that one. Log button, left of the 7. If you haven't found it yet, left to the 7. So log 2, all done in a fraction template or parentheses, divided by 0.0375. Now you're going to get me really fired up. Are we done with the problem at this point? No. Why am I getting fired up saying that? You see this number in your calculator? You're writing the whole darn thing. We're not ready to round. All right, if you round too early and that throws off your answer and you get a point off and you get 25 instead of 26, you're going to be fired up. Or you guys anyway, you get a 99 instead of 100, you're going to be fired up, right? Right, Ian? Great, good. There you go. Now finally divide both sides by log of E. And, this is another thing. You guys get me still yesterday on the stats test. Read the darn round directions. Deep down, I think we need a little quick lesson on rounding, though. Nearest tenth, how many numbers after the decimal? 1. 1. Hundredth is 2. If they go crazy and go thousandths, that's 3. But this is just nearest tenth. I like that you guys pick $2 and $4 because how long is it going to take me to get $2 to $4 now? About 18 about 18 and a half years. All right. That's all I got for you today. That's it. We're doing the big dog part 4 question tomorrow. Part 4 question tomorrow.